Hi everyone, really good to see you again today. Notice anything different? Major operation this morning, had my ears lowered. Let me shout out to you, Rusan. Thank you very much for doing that. What are we doing today? We're doing Caribbean food for the very first time on the channel. We've come to Crawley, which isn't far from Gatwick Airport, and we're going to Turtle Bay. Now Turtle Bay, there's quite a few Turtle Bays all dotted around the country. So it's a bit of a chain restaurant, but it has very, very good ratings. So that's really interesting. Now one of my dreams is to go to the Caribbean, watch England play cricket. Oh, brilliant sunshine, a few cocktails, and yeah, hopefully a good win. Can't wait for this one. As always, let's give it a go. So here we are, we're sitting outside, nice warm day, and yeah, it's nice to sit outside, a bit of al fresco dining. Now inside, love it. I absolutely love the colours, I like the way, the style, the way it's all presented. Looks very trendy. Open plan kitchen as well, you've got a bar right in the middle. Yeah, all works. What am I gonna have? Having a look at this big menu, quite an extensive menu here. Small plates and sharers, got salads, the jerk pit, burgers, curries, got to have a curry, and some soul food. Got some puddings here as well. Now having a look here, just have a combination of everything. I'm going to go for their jerk platter, which is a combination of our favourite jerk dishes, ideal for two to share, which is just as well because there's an awful lot here. It's half a jerk chicken, half a rack of barbecue ribs, jerk sausage, coconut rice and peas, spice fries and slaw. So it's going to be a big platter, so definitely enough for two. Don't do things by half. I'm going to go for the curry goat as well. You know why? It says here, one of the most iconic dishes across the islands. Tender goats marinated in our aromatic spices, green seasoning, and the dreaded Scotch bonnet. I do like my curries, and I don't mind a little bit of spice. Well, a little bit of spice. Let's not get carried away. And do you know what? When you're in the Caribbean, you've got to have a cocktail, and they're quite famous for their cocktails. 2 for 1 cocktails in the happy hour. That's every day until 6:30 and 9 o'clock until close. However, I'm driving today. I won't drink drive, so I'm going to go for a mocktail. They're virgin raspberry reggae, raspberry, strawberry, guava, and lime. And guess what? Here we go. Let's try it. Wow, that is sweet. A bit like myself. Now, because we're sitting outside, you've got to pay up front, you've got to pay in advance. If you sit inside, it's not an issue. Clearly, took one look at the cameraman and thought, very dodgy, so you've got to pay up front. So that's what I've done, but I'll go through the bill when we're finished. Got a nice vibe, nice feel, like the music. And you know what's really good about the music? It's not too loud. So when you're inside there, it's got a nice buzz behind it as atmosphere, if you like. So it's not too loud. I think that's really good. I'll see you when my jerk platter arrives. Actually, I imagine it's all going to arrive all at once. My jerk platter and my goat curry. See you soon. Here is the food. My curry goat. I like that presentation. I do like that presentation. Got to tell you, the aroma coming off that curry goat. Wow. But take a look at this platter. Quick look around. So we've got the jerk chicken. I mean, that is a big portion because that's half of jerk chicken. So that's quite a portion there. We've got the slaw, we've got the sausages, the jerk sausages, the ribs. Woo! They're going to be spicy. The slaw, the spiced chips, and some rice here. I actually really like that presentation. I think that looks good. And I think the portion size for that chicken is A1. Right, what I need to do is just get myself organised here and dive in. Can't wait for my first bite of Caribbean food on this channel. What have I got under there? That's not a good move. Let's put that there like that. The one thing I haven't said is they use their special rub and spices, and it's a secret one to rub into the chicken. Let's not hesitate anymore. Let's just dive in. do want some of the skin, because I want to try and taste that rub. Come on. I was about to say, there wasn't much spice with that, but goes in, then you actually get the kick. It's not over the top, but you can definitely feel it. What I love is that rub that's on that chicken. The skin on the chicken is not crispy. It doesn't need to be, but it is bursting with flavour. It's that jerk seasoning on there. As I say, spicy, tangy, a little bit of sweetness coming through as well. I do like that. The chicken is really tender, it's succulent, and they actually use what they say is a jerk pit, so they actually do it all in a jerk pit. I'll tell you what I want to try. It's one of these jerk sausages. Do like my sausages. It's got a gravy there with it as well, so let's try and dive into the gravy as well. I mean, I'm not sure which one it is. There's a real heavy spice in there, bit of a kick. I do like the sausages. You can see inside the sausages, it's got, I think they're chilies that are in there. Yeah, they're definitely chilies. Is it a good sausage? Do you know what? I wouldn't mind having that as a breakfast sausage. Definitely. That'd liven up any breakfast. Flavours, yeah. Now, on to the rib. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Oh no, look at the way. Just take a close up in there. How the meat is just falling off the bone. I'll stop. The ribs, as you can see, are super tender. But again, it's this rub that's on there. And it hits you with the, whoo, blimey. And it does hit you. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stand on parade. Let's get in there. Let's dive in. That's what you've got to do with ribs, isn't it? My apologies. Got all that sauce all around your mouth. You're licking your lips. You're thinking, oh wow. That gravy that's there on there, that is genius. I tell you, because with the ribs, it's a dry rub that's on there, and that gravy. Oh man, that gravy is spicy as well. That gravy lifts it, makes it more moist. But you can see literally all the meat just pulling off the bone. Now onto the slaw. That'd be spicy. Bring it all down. Bring the heat down. That combination is clever, because with the slaw, it dampens down all the heat. And there's a lot of heat here. There's a lot of heat. Now, I want to try one of their spicy fries, I think they are. Break it in half. They are really, really Moorish. Oh yeah, pop that there. Now, have the rice. There's kidney beans in there. Yeah, that's kidney beans as well. Do you like my kidney beans? Especially in the chili con carne. Wow. Something's actually described the rice. Obviously, you've got a taste of the kidney bean, but there's kind of a sweetness in there. No heat. It's the coconut that brings out the sweetness, but it's the flavours. There's a bit more than coconut in there. I'm really sorry, can't really describe that, but I can tell you that rice is, yeah. So, my impressions of the platter. Love the chicken, super tender. The rub is what makes this. Sausages, they're maybe some of the best sausages I've ever had, because it's got a zing, wow. And as I said, that really liven up your breakfast. The ribs, stop. That's just silly. Just the way everything just falls away from the bone. That's perfect. I like the slaw because that dampens all the heat down. The rice itself, yeah. And then, as I said, very addictive. Very, very addictive. Right, now onto my curry goat. I'm going to move that over there, get myself organised, and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Onto the curry goat. The thing that's got me here is the smells coming up, the aroma. You can see all the spices there. Quite a dense curry. It's not too heavy. I'll tell you what I'm going to do straight away. Let's get in and have, and with a Scotch bonnet as well. Come on, don't be a wimp, Gary. I'll say that first piece of goat was a little bit too fatty. Did struggle with that. Let's have some rice. Scotch bonnet. It's got a real kick, as it would do. But I'm not sitting there going, oh, wow, 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 wow. Not at all. But I want to go in again because I want to try this goat curry again. The second piece of goat was a lot better. It was tender. But this, let's move that. That is the absolute star. It's got a lot of spice in there. It's just not heat. There's lots of different spices in there. That's fabulous. Ooh, and a little bit of heat on that one. Altogether, you're into your curry goat. This is definitely the one for you. Same rice, so there's no point in going on the rice again. And then to bring the heat down, obviously, you have the slaw as well. Would I have that again? Yes. I'll definitely have it again. Is it the best curry I've ever had? No, it's not the best curry. Or am I just being an old goat? No, it's definitely not the best curry, but what is there is all the flavours, and it is the sauce that really makes it. Lots of spice going on here. A lot of spice, huge amounts of flavours as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tuck in here. I'm going to get some help from the cameraman because I don't want any of this to go cold or go to waste. So I'll see you guys shortly. Bless you. See you guys shortly. You need to actually dampen things down a little bit. And the sweetness, that brings it down, that helps. See you guys shortly. Just looking at the prices here. What I do like, that's £14.50. And everything's included. So you've got the rice, you've got the slaw, obviously the curry. So value-wise, I think that's actually quite good value, £14.50. However, is that actually worth £31? That's the question. I think that's just slightly overpriced. I think that's nearer sort of a £25 to £28 charge, I think, for that. You'll bear in mind it is half a chicken. It's a couple of sausages and a small rack of ribs. Okay, you've got the rice and the fries, but I think that's just slightly over. But I think that, price-wise, is spot on. Okay, see you guys soon. Okay, those of you who are mad about your spice, you've got the Baron West Indian hot sauce. Thank you, menu. Because I actually want to say something on the menu in a second. So you've got that there. Then you've got your jerk barbecue sauce there as well. Then this definite bad thing, which is their West Indian original hot pepper sauce. Avoid that. Well, don't if you don't. And again, some more jerk barbecue sauce there. So if you're mad about your spice and you want to actually make it even spicier, not sure you want to, yeah, it's all there. But I want to tell you something on here. They do what's called a bottomless brunch, which is basically £35, and you can pick anything off the brunch and burger menu. Basically, it's £9, and then for 2 hours, any brunch or burger or bottomless cocktail, draft, red stripe, prosecco, mocktails, softs, and hot drinks. So for 2 hours, if you pay the £35, you can come in here and drink and drink and drink. And you've got to bear in mind, their cocktail menu is very extensive and sort of one of their signature parts of the whole restaurant. So, yeah, £35. Depends if you're in the mood for plenty of alcohol. When I think of one of the UK's most popular restaurant chains, I actually think it's quite good. The thing I really like is inside. It's got a real vibe, as I said. The music's not too loud. Service is excellent. There's no issues on the service. It was quite interesting, by the way, because there is no service charge. So that's quite interesting, because that's very unusual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wander over there, give you my final thoughts. What marks would you give it? It was pretty good, I've got to say. A little bit pricey in places, but very good. Okay, I think I had enough of that. A little bit sweet, a bit like myself. So here we are, outside, if you like. What do I think of Turtle Bay? As a chain restaurant, do you know what? I actually think it's very good. It's got brilliant ratings, and I understand why. Look at the platter, slightly overpriced I think, but there's a lot of chicken in there, a hell of a lot of chicken in that platter. It needed a little bit more in the ribs, although they were very tender, but I think just a few more of the ribs, that would have been great. I love the 2 sausages. They were the star to me. And again, the rub they put on there, a little bit of kick, a little bit of spice, the slaw brought it down. And I did like the fries as well. They were very Moorish. Rice, coconut rice, no issue there. I like the vibe in there. Service was okay. There's no issues with the service. And as I said, there was no service charge as well. And that's very unusual for a chain restaurant as well. What marks I'm going to give it? Actually, the bill first. So my jerk platter was £31. My curry goat, £14.50. My raspberry reggae, £4.80. Total £50.30p. Got to bear in mind, that is easily enough for 2 people. So there's no complaints there. That's definitely enough for 2. Would the platter be enough for 2? I actually don't think the platter would be enough for 2 because there wasn't enough, if you like, in the way of ribs. So no. What marks I'm going to give it? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. My first Caribbean experience on the channel, and do you know what? I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed that. Would I recommend coming here? Definitely. I definitely recommend. Was it the best I've ever had? No, it wasn't the best Caribbean food I've ever had, but it was good. You can't actually ever beat restaurants owned by people who really care. You can't beat that. I don't think you ever can. But as it goes, yeah, Turtle Bay, I think it's done a really good job. Now, love to hear your comments. Have you been to Turtle Bay? What do you think of it? If you like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate that. And until next time, bye-bye.